Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video, and today I'm doing a why I like Pokemon video. This is not scripted, so if I sound like I'm rambling, that's probably why. I really like Pokemon. I don't know, I like the games. I've just started collecting some of the cards, and that, most recently, even though I have no idea how to play the game, so it's a bit, some might say it's pointless, but I don't know, it's a bit weird because it's like back when I probably collected the cards as a kid. When I was younger, I used to watch the anime and be really into the games and that. Not that I'm not anymore. I've pre-ordered Pokemon Sun, the newest Pokemon game in the series, but it's just, I don't know, I get what people from the outside say about the game, that they don't really change them, which is true, but they keep adding to it, if it ain't broke, why fix it, type thing, and that. And I think what I personally, seeing as this year, 2016, is the 20th anniversary of Pokemon, the thing that I found most interesting, or the idea of it most interesting with Pokemon, is the fact that it spans generations of people. You got people who are younger than myself. I'm 18 of this recording anyway. You got people younger than me who still like Pokemon, and you'd have thought it got boring. Or you've got older people who like it, again, you've got younger people, and as much as I know some people don't like Pokemon Go, and that, I don't think it's that much of a game, but it's definitely done what I think Nintendo wanted it to do, which is probably put Pokemon back into the minds of your average person on the street. People were talking about it. Yeah, granted, it's died down now, but to be fair, it's probably done them a lot. Just from a sort of marketing standpoint, more people remember about Pokemon now, who prior may have only known about it when it was coming out, and then just immediately sort of forgotten about it and never really cared for it again. But with the introduction of Pokemon Go, I think that, as I say, sort of made people think of Pokemon again. And I think the thing is, with Pokemon, it's such a Nintendo idea, and I don't know, where Mario is the face of Nintendo, and I think their consoles back in the day, I think Pokemon is very much the face of their handheld market, their sort of pick up and play, for, 10-15 minutes, or play for a longer period. But the point is, you've got that mobility, you've got that sort of accessibility, but you can just sort of pick up and play it really quickly in short bursts on, say, a few trips, and that, where Mario is, as I say, more of a sort of console game in comparison to Pokemon. You've got that, but also I think you've got where Mario is mainly, I think Black Nerd Comedy said it best once in his videos, you've got Mario, which sort of is very much Nintendo, or what Nintendo was about for most of the older gamers, and then you've got Mario for the younger gamers, or my generation of gamers, a newer generation. And what I'm very intrigued to see is if Splatoon will be the next sort of thing for a new breed of Nintendo fans, maybe, or maybe I'm just getting a bit pie in the sky there. But I think, Pokemon even is very iconic, it's very recognisable. I think where Mario is the face of the Mario universe and the Mario world, I think easily, obviously, Pikachu is definitely the most recognisable Pokemon out of all of them. And I think, I'd say their designs are getting a bit ridiculous now, of course. And I think that's part of the problem. I'll buy a new pack and they're based off X and Y, the games, and I've not played those ones, and so I don't feel as much of a connection there. But that's the thing, I used to, you can feel this connection for them, even though they're these fantastically made up fantasy creatures, for me anyway, and other people who like Pokemon, we feel this sort of connection with them, because you do sort of collect them and keep them and that. And stuff, and I like the backstory of the creator type person who used to be this weird kid who used to collect like insects and that, and go around sort of sort of some of the more naturous areas of Japan and that, looking for insects and that. So I quite like that idea. But yeah, I mean, it essentially is like just one big massive sort of bug type collecting game, and unlike other cartoons, this was an anime, but the thing is, unlike other cartoons in the West where it was like, oh, we've got this storyline with Transformers on Ninja Turtles, but here are these toys also, it kind of cut through the bullshit and just was like, here, collect them all, kids, here are all these Pokemon, all 150 of them, go nuts, I know there are way more than that now, but at the time, and I don't know, I quite like that in the sense that at least it just cut through the bullshit, and just went blunt in, yes, this is just a massive amount of, collectible, paraphernalia that goes with the games, but you don't need them, but because you're a kid and you're obsessed with the games, you're gonna want these stuff, you're gonna want, a Burger King, like, special, like, golden Pikachu or Charmander or Charizard or whatever, but, and that, but I think it's quite honourable from their point of view that, I've always found it quite honourable, like, they've, as I say, just cut through the crap, they could have tried to at least, like, hide that it was, like, actually, the anime is an actual sort of show thing, and that, but, but it just so happens there's these toys as well, but actually they were just like, just have all these toys, or figurines and action figures, posters, there's so much merchandise for Pokemon, and plushies galore, really. I think plushies and probably figurines and action figures are probably the three main products that go aside with Pokemon and the games. Again, though, the games just span generations, and the card game as well probably does the same thing, and it probably brings people together, I can imagine. I mean, just having that common interest of Pokemon, even if I'm 18 and someone else is in the later 20s, or early 30s, there's that sort of a connection there with Pokemon or something. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's something there that somehow, even though there's an age difference and there's probably loads of other differences, connects us in a weird and strange way, and that, and I think that's a good thing, kind of, but yeah, and clearly if it was so bad and if it was so rubbish, it'd have ended by now, both the anime, the card game, and the games, the video games, so. But, yeah, that's why I like Pokemon. I mean, I just like it because it's quirky, it's vibrant, quirky, it's, fun, it's harmless, really, in my opinion. I find it harmless, I find it just a bit of fun, and I enjoy playing the Pokemon games, and I say unfortunately in an ironic way, started collecting the cards. But yeah, thanks for watching, comment, rate, and subscribe.